Page 44, hymn tune. Here they talk about hymn playing. I can remember when I was little, junior high type, learning to play. I'd only been playing a couple of years, and the little church that I attended at the time, occasionally the piano player couldn't play, and I would be called in to play for church service. Yay! It was an exciting time. I wasn't really ready for it, but they asked me and they were nice, and so I did it. Well, you get a hymnal and you generally get 3 or 4 parts, notes at a time, and it looks like in this hymn tune, a lot of it. If you've seen a church hymnal, that's a lot of what it looks like. Except they're in all kinds of keys. The keys got me, the B flats and the sharps and all that stuff they added in. I wasn't ready for that, but I did the best I could. Well, in hymn playing, they're telling you a few guidelines if you're into hymn playing that'll help you out. I want to cover those for you. Keep in mind, most of the time when you're playing, there's a congregation singing, and you're just accompanying them. All you're doing is giving them an idea of the harmony. All right? They can carry it on fine without you. Now, once you get it and you can get into improvising that, you can actually add a lot of excitement to it and get the congregation excited in their singing by how you improvise and play the accompaniment. I used to love to do that. It was just fun. We're not going to do any improvising here, but I do want to cover the points that they talk about at the top of page 44. They don't give you a lot of indication on phrases or any of that stuff or pedaling or none of that. In that, you have to you develop a feel for it. The phrasing, you can follow the words. That pretty much, that's fine. For the pedaling, you pretty much have to pedal it every time the harmony changes. And you can hear, if it starts getting muddy, the harmony changed, you should have changed the pedal, all right? They show you here on the first line an example of the pedaling, and it's up to you then to use that same style of pedaling throughout the rest of the piece. Generally, you're going to do, I don't know if they really show it or not, in playing for hymn, and it depends on the hymn. Sometimes you're going to do legato pedaling. For instance, the first line, if I legato pedal it, it would be this way. Okay. Sometimes you want a break between there, some silence. You got to watch the words. What are the words doing? Does it make sense to have some silence between it based on what the words are doing? If that's the case, you would break like where they put the commas here. There, it's assuming the words require it. So it's the same pedaling style I've been harping about all along about phrases. We want some silence between the phrases, all right? And that's what they're talking about here. I leave that up to you because it depends on the hymn that you're playing and the words that are in the hymn. Be prepared to do either way, putting breaks in or legato pedaling it. The melody, most of the time, is going to be the top note in the right hand. Now, if you're accompanying people, you don't necessarily have to bring out the melody. You're accompanying. Everything you do is accompanying, okay? So you just play it all the same. They want to hear the harmony. That's what they're after. They'll take care of the melody themselves. But if you're doing a little interlude where they're not singing, now you bring out the melody, which is the top note. Right? Otherwise, don't worry about it. Let's try this hymn thing together slowly, just so you get an idea of what you can do in the pedaling. If your pedaling is different than mine, it's okay. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just different. So, this is in the key of B flat. It's got 2 flats, a B flat and an E flat. It's got some accidentals stuck in. You'll see them when you get there. Let's try it out. Hands will move around a little, I think. So, the right hand starts here. Left hand here. Foot's on the pedal. I'll give us it's in 2/2 time. Have we had 2/2 time? 2/2 time means 2 beats per measure. You're only counting to 2. And a half note gets a count. So we're counting half notes. 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are half notes. So quarter notes, you go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, because a quarter note gets half a beat. So I'm going to give us 4 counts. That's 4 half notes. Okay, we're counting half notes. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go.